Do you want to move to Japan in 2024? Moving to Japan in 2024 will be amazing choice because its Japanese yen is much cheaper than any other time, which means you can buy the house maybe the half of the price from the previous years. And also even the life in Japan will be much cheaper because US dollars is more expensive, Japanese yen cheaper. And what's happening this year is a lot of people even buying the vacational home, moving to Japan, work there, having family, or even take care of children in Japan because Japan is one of the safest country in the world. So there's so much benefit of moving to Japan or living in Japan. Even traveling wise, it's great entertainment. If you like anime, if you like Japanese culture, will be amazing trip. I know that you actually may be visiting sometime Japan, but the problem is the language itself is really hard. Here, there are a lot of Japanese kanji I wrote. This is actually my hobby, like calligraphy. It's really beautiful. And if you start from 5,000 Japanese kanji symbol, it's gonna take decade, which is you can't wait to be fluent in Japanese. As even native Japanese, we start learning the language from elementary school until high school. We actually almost studying more than 10 years. But being fluent is something else. Being fluent in Japanese is I was already fluent as a native Japanese by communicating with the parents. So that's why you need to separately think that being fluent, you don't need to learn kanji. I was already fluent without knowing kanji at 8 years old versus we study kanji from 8 years old to 18 years old as education. So you should not confuse because in the 2024 there are a lot of material business going on, which is educational business going on, and then you can learn Japanese with the Duolingo, Italki, Rosetta Stone, Pinsler, lots of flashcard, online training, university program to whatever the self-study. So those are education business and they are selling to you lots of material, even the teachers. And what you need is to learn Japanese in the easiest and the fastest way. You don't want to study for 20 years because you're not efficient. You bought so many material, but you're not learning anything. It's even you don't remember anything. You forgot about everything because you learned so much, but you couldn't keep your memory. So then you just spend the time, but you are not speaking Japanese. That's the things you have to avoid. In 2024, let's actually learn in the smartest way, not in the hard way, but you don't remember. So what you have to do as a beginner Japanese, the step one, you need to really start from this. Choose the conversation topics. To choose the conversation topic, what exactly mean? You want to talk about yourself because you want to take job interview in Japan, or you want to make friends, expressing yourself, your personality, plus questioning skill. You have to ask, hey, where you from? What do you do? You need to learn how to communicate, to get to know each other because you probably want to have a Japanese girlfriend or making friends. You need to social life in Japan, let's say. Or totally different. You already have some basic level, but you really want to visit real estate because you want to buy the house. The real estate conversation, asking the budget, negotiating the price, and also even the requesting what kind of house, what kind of actually type of house, and you want to sell it, you want to buy it, you want to buy the land, you want to whatever the mansion, for example, apartment. Totally different vocabulary, understand? Because you learn how to make a friend's conversation. You don't need to talk about money. The other things, you have to pass a job interview because you want to work for a Hitachi company or Toyota company. You have to talk about the car or even automotive industry or like machine, AI, whatever. There are tons of vocabulary. Did you know that Japanese language has 500,000 words exist? It's like space. Your life is only 30,000 days. If you live 100 years, your life has 30,000 days. And then the vocabulary number is 500,000 words. Do you understand? It's a lifetime number. It is even more than lifetime number. So if you're not efficient, you're just traveling the whole 500,000 words, you're not remember. This is the reason. If you want to be fluent in Japanese in 2024, not wait another 10, 20 years, is to choose the conversation topics. Let's say I want to make a Japanese friend, which is step one, choosing the conversation topic. 2, next step, what do you need is to simulate yourself. How do you make a friends? For example, you go to the Japanese restaurant, like Japanese izakaya, Japanese sushi restaurant, Japanese bar, you actually meet up people. So you simulate yourself, you set the situation. So step 2 is set a situation. When you set the situation, number 3 is to simulate, hey, where are you from? What do you do for a living? Are you living here? Where are you living? What do you do on weekend? How do you communicate each other afterwards? Like exchange the contact, meet up next time, next appointment, certain conversation. Then this 500,000 words will be minimalized. That it's maybe you just need 100 words to make a friends. So you can be efficient, you can prioritize. Instead of randomly learning because you can't remember, you just need to learn 100 words first to make a friends. But of course, in order to make a friends, it's not just only learning the words, because a lot of people just using flashcard and you can't make a sentences. But it's something, you simulate yourself, you understand you just need 100 words in 2024, and then from the 100 words, what kind of grammar do you need to learn? Where are you living? Where are you from? Some common phrases, culture understanding. Oh, you are beautiful, or I am doing this, or you are cool. There are some actually conversation phrases that is very useful to communicate nicely, to not be rude, politely, nice conversation. So it's all about prioritizing. That's the actual technique to make your progress. So all this actually step by step, I'm gonna show you how our student is making very minimum effort and also maximum result. So today I would like to introduce our student Livon. Livon is living in the States. Actually, she's planning to move to Japan or buying the vacational home in Japan, which is second home project going on in 2024. This is so cool, right? My life also, like I wanted to live there, and live there. And this is the reason I needed to learn many languages. For you, also the same, right? Maybe 6 months in the States, 6 months in Japan. This is so cool. And Livon is actually planning this year. So I'm gonna show you how Livon learned Japanese right after 6 hours. It's not 6 months, okay? It's 6 hours of our situational training, how she can be fluent. Check it out.
いらっしゃいませ。何名様ですか？
2人です。
2名様ですね。はい、こちらへどうぞ。
すみません、英語のメニューありますか？
はい、英語のメニューありますよ。はい、英語のメニューです。
ありがとうございます。
いいわよ
すみません、注文お願いします。
はい、かしこまりました。ご注文はお決まりですか？
私、アレルギーがあって、このカードにアレルギーのものが書いてあります。
かしこまりました。
すみません、これは改善が入っていますか？
入ってないです。
そうなんですね。お水とラーメンと餃子2つずつお願いします。
はい、かしこまりました。お水とラーメンと餃子2つずつ。ありがとうございます。ご注文は以上でよろしいでしょうか？
はい、以上です。
はい、ありがとうございます。
すみません、お会計お願いします。
はい、かしこまりました。お会計は3000になります。お支払いはどうなさいますか？
カードでお願いします。
はい、かしこまりました。カードのお返しです。ポイントカードありますか？
いや、ないです。
はい、かしこまりました。レシートはご利用ですか？
いや、大丈夫です。
はい、かしこまりました。ありがとうございました。
How was it? Livon is especially talking in the restaurant as a first step to talk about requests. Like, I have this allergy, I am vegetarian, I am actually prefer this. This is so basic and also important. You don't want to have the problem of you just ordering food. Right? So this is something it's basic, but it's right after just 6 hours of training from zero level. Amazing progress. The other student I want to show you is Korei. So Korei is actually US military in Japan. He wanted to make actual local friends. So he made amazing back and forth conversation and talking about himself. Check it out.
どういう意味ですか？
Perfect. 素晴らしい。Awesome. Could you repeat that again?
もう一度お願いします。
Perfect. 素晴らしい。Excellent. Yep. はい。じゃあ、we are at the, はい、新幹線は airplane and, this person talk to you. いきます。すいません。こんにちは。
こんにちは。
出身はどこですか？
アメリカのペンシルベニアのピッツバーグ出身です。
そうなんですね。
出身はどこですか？
埼玉出身です。
いいですね、埼玉。
ありがとうございます。埼玉行ったことありますか？
はい、あります。
そうなんですね。埼玉のどこですか？
わかりません。
そうなんですね。はいはい、大丈夫です。
アメリカ行ったことありますか？
はい、あります。
アメリカどこですか？
シアトル行きました。
シアトル、いいですね。
すごい良かったです。お仕事は何してるんですか？
ミリタリーとして働いてます。横田基地です。
そうなんですね。かっこいいですね。
ありがとうございます。お仕事は何してるんですか？
日本語の先生やってます。
いいですね。
ありがとうございます。すごい日本語上手ですね。
ありがとうございます。でも、まだまだ勉強中です。
そうなんですね。日本に住んでるんですか？
はい、住んでます。
どこに住んでるんですか？
東京の青梅住んでます。
いいですね。
はい。
青梅は好きですか？
まあま
そうなんですね。
あ、どこに住んでますか？
私は、埼玉に住んでます。
いいですね。
すいません。お名前聞いてもいいですか？
コーリーです。
コーリーさんですね。
はい、そうです。
はじめまして。
はじめまして。お名前は聞いてもいいですか？
小野です。
ショノさんですね。
はじめまし
はい。は
て。
じめまして。
コーリーさん、お休みの日は何してるんですか？
お休みの日は筋トレとか
はい。
料理とか
はい。
本を読んでます。
そうなんですね。いいです
はい。
ね。
お休みの日は何してるんですか？
お休みの日は、バスケとか、映画とか、あとは、ランニングしてます。
ランニング、はい。
はい。ランニング好きですか？
はい、好きです。
そうなんですね。いいですね。
So how was it? In order to make a friends, those sentences are very useful. Like, what do you do? Have you ever been there? What do you do on weekend? Are you living there? I am living there. So those actually small talk is a first step to be fluent in Japanese. So overall, learning Japanese very difficult if you don't have any priority. What's happened is you need to actually search the whole dictionary, 500,000 words with the 5,000 Japanese character. You're not gonna go anywhere. You're spending just so much time with the material business and you don't remember. So you don't need to be sucked by all material. You just need the simple, more straightforwardly focus on your needs, which means I want to make a friends, I want to pass a job interview, whatever some priority, because you don't need to talk about politics, you don't need to talk about business. Then let's actually do some first step. If you have a clear first step, I'm sure in 2024 you can definitely make progress and you can enjoy learning Japanese.